As a child, I had two dreams: becoming a professional football player and traveling the whole world. Now I'm 22 years old and I'm making those dreams come true. Now, I'm not playing in the World Cup or the Champions League like every 5-year-old thought they would, but my 5-year-old self would be proud of me. I played football in Europe, South America, the United States, and even Asia. I traveled to 32 different countries all over the world, and even graduated university with 2 bachelor degrees and founded my own company, all while playing football. I've had to make tough decisions, leaving friends and family behind, being away from home, constantly readjusting to new cultures and languages, learning how to survive on my own. But the hardest part? Not listening to the opinions of others. Be realistic, it's too late. Who do you think you are? I've heard it all. But this is my life, so I decide what to do with it. For the past 2 weeks, I was in preseason with a professional football team in Asia, in the first division of the Philippines. I performed well, the quality of the team was really good, and the life in the tropics was incredible. But things didn't work out, and I didn't sign with the team. My agent told me to stay in Asia for 1 more week, while he's trying to get offers from other Asian clubs for me. So I did my own training camp on the beach to stay fit. I worked out, ate healthy, and also enjoyed life a little bit. And then, out of nowhere, I had 3 missed calls by my agent. I called him back, and I might have another opportunity. But I need to fly out of the country in 24 hours. So I drove to my place as fast as possible, packed my things, booked my flight, and headed straight to the airport. And here I am, far away from home, on the other side of the world, all alone with 1 suitcase and a dream to chase. Welcome to Japan. Within 24 hours of that call, I had actually managed to make my way to Japan. But what you guys don't know, all of this was a huge gamble.
Welcome to Japan, guys. I know, a bit random. Came here on a very short notice, and I have to say I love the country so far. Really, I have nothing bad to say. Only thing is that their English is not the best, and everything is written in Japanese always. Like you can see, so it can be hard to order at restaurants.
Why was coming here a gamble? In the Japanese leagues, it's almost impossible to get a chance as a foreigner. I had a connection that said he could get me a trial with a club here. But to be cautious, because they are back in league play and focused on that. I couldn't be a distraction. I assured him that I wouldn't be, and he said they would let him know the details after their league match this weekend. It's Thursday right now, and so I had no other option but to wait for the weekend. I stayed in a typical cheap Japanese capsule hotel in Osaka. For those who don't know, in the capsule hotel you have your own little capsule where you lock yourself in to sleep.
The only issue with this spontaneous stop is I just came from the Philippines where it's around 35 degrees every day. It's almost in the minus degrees. So luckily I brought a sweater, a hoodie and a jacket, but I'm gonna wear the same outfit every day because I didn't bring any winter outfits. But it's worth it because it's an incredible experience, honestly. There's just so much going on.
This was my first time in Japan. As a child, I had always dreamed of traveling the world while playing football. So this was really a dream come true.
Guys, this is what the taxis look like here. And the drivers, they all have these white gloves and it makes it look super elegant, like if you have a chauffeur. And we're gonna go eat udon right now. I'll take you with me to a typical Japanese restaurant. Udon are like some kind of noodles in a broth. I'll show you guys.
This is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. I'm eating udon in a traditional restaurant in Osaka, Japan on a random Friday night. All because I liked kicking a ball around as a child. And because I decided to follow my own path, to chase my own dreams, not someone else's. And suddenly I realized, with all that traveling, I completely forgot that one of my old teammates from FC Olympia in the US lives here. I called him up and he was so surprised, but he immediately invited me to stay at his place, showed me around his city, and he told me I should come play futsal with him and his Japanese friends.
We're at Japanese futsal. My friend invited me to come play futsal with him in Japan, and it's a very unique experience. People here are super techy. They've been playing futsal their whole lives, and it's just so authentic. All these people don't speak a word of English. Football just connects, you know. I'm making friends right away, even though we don't even speak the same language. Just playing futsal together, it's super fun. Honestly, one of the coolest experiences on the trip so far. My friend even gave me these futsal shoes. In Germany we don't really play futsal a lot, so it's pretty new for me to play, but it's so fun. And I think through those things you get to know the culture the best, just integrating and playing with the locals. He's my Japanese friend Yuta. I played with him USL2 in America.
Hi, this is Yuta. Diego is such a nice player. People can just sign up online, and then we just make up the team with random people, and we just play. That's Japanese culture.
And then, while walking around the city at night, my agent called me. I could immediately tell by his tone that I would receive bad news. The team that wanted to give me a chance had a really bad loss on the weekend. And the coach was so pissed at his players, he'll make the whole team run all week. So a trial was completely out of the picture. They had to focus on themselves and the league. Obviously disappointed, I had no option but to book my flight home to Germany. But between all the disappointment, I was so grateful. I had just been in preseason with a professional team in Asia. I saw the most beautiful beaches and islands I'd ever seen. Was living between palm trees in paradise. Went to Japan, saw my old friend and met his family. And now, I have countless friends from Japan and the Philippines. Nevertheless, I had failed. I had failed to sign the professional contract that I came here for. And I want you to remember the next thing that I say, for the rest of your life. If you have big dreams, you will fail. People will laugh at you. You don't know how many people probably still laugh at me for trying to go pro. Because I dare to say it. And I can assure you, all of the people that laugh at you have the same dreams. But they don't dare to say it. They don't dare to chase it. Because they are afraid of failure. And they're afraid of people like themselves laughing at them. It's easy to say you're not even trying. And it protects you from failure. But it makes your dreams impossible to come true. What's actually hard is to try.
So for all the young people, in life, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
What a quote. If you guys know which movie that quote is from, write it down in the comments.
So what's next? I'm back in Germany, my home country, where I grew up and where I learned to play football. It's the end of February and the winter transfer window is closed.
This is my home, guys. This is my home. Right there, I have my office. People can always look inside. That's where I sit and work.
At this point, I thought I would not be eligible to play until next season in July. So my focus was on trying to find a team to just train with, so I could stay fit. I played the majority of my youth for my hometown club, Ratingen 019. And their first team is actually really strong, playing in the 5th tier of Germany, the Oberliga. And they're sitting in first place with good chances to get promoted to 4th tier, Regionalliga. So I called them and asked if I could train with their first team to stay fit. They watched my highlights and called me back one day later, inviting me to come train with them tomorrow to see how it goes. I come into the dressing room and their team is stacked with ex-pros from 2nd division, 3rd division, 4th division, players who played their youth for the Dortmund Academy. And I realized that men's football in the top countries in Europe is the place to prove yourself. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. First practice was 11v11 right away, and the coach played me as a number 10. The pace was very high, but I played really good, almost scored, and then I remember in the shooting drill we did, I scored goal after goal after goal. So I ended up training with them for almost 3 weeks.
I'm going to explain you a little bit what my situation is. 2 months ago, I got done with college. A lot has happened, as you guys saw. I went to Asia, went on a couple of trials. And the situation right now is that I'm back in Germany. Right now I don't have a club, but I'm keeping fit with a 5th division club here. A club that's currently first place in 5th division, probably going to go up to 4th. I can't really sign with a club right now, unfortunately. That transfer window was right when I had my trial in Asia with the pro team there. So my plan for right now is to keep fit until the summer transfer window opens and then hopefully sign a pro contract. I'm talking with my FIFA agent that's giving me some options open, and that's the plan for now. You never know what offers come in. That's the game of football.
But then they told me they need to focus on the final stretch of the season with the players that are eligible to play. And then another team in that league called me. They told me to come trial for a week, and if I perform, they want to try to register me to play for the remaining games of the season and offer me a contract. Turns out there's a loophole with college soccer not counting as an official team, so there's actually a chance I might get cleared by the federation even outside the transfer window. Right now I'm working. I'm about to leave for a quick one-day business trip to another city here, and I'm about to sign a contract here in Germany. I was supposed to sign 2 weeks ago, but the process is getting delayed by the German Football Federation. Because my last club was in the US, the communication is a bit hard between the German and the American Federation. The club obviously wants to wait with giving me the contract until they know if I can play or not, because it would make no sense for them to pay me and not have me eligible to play. On the other hand, my business is going pretty well. I visited some clubs where I did presentations. Basically what we want to do is we want to build some cooperations with German clubs, with clubs all over the world, so that we can have a pipeline of players, of high quality players that we can send to the US. For our college soccer agency, we have a lot of requests right now for players. So we're kind of talent hunting right now. It's exciting, but also a lot of work. Not always easy, especially because you have to find your own rhythm. You don't have a boss, so if I wanted to, I could sleep in until 1 p.m. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. I have to discipline myself, but it's not easy. It's harder than you think to discipline yourself. For those who don't know, I founded a college soccer agency out of my dorm while I was still in university, and after college, I decided to go all in my football career and my startup. And this week, I had a bunch of business meetings while I was on trial full-time with a club. I trained really well that week, and then I got a call by the coach. Guys, big day today. I got a call yesterday from a coach of one of the teams that I was trialing with. They decided to sign me. I'm officially signed now. They're gonna give me all my locker, get all the gear. I'm driving to practice now, and I'm very, very happy that after so much uncertainty and so much waiting, so much trialing, I finally found a club, and I will sign until the end of the season, which is the first week of June. So it's only, I think, around 10 games left in the season, which is not a long time. But honestly, I already thought that I was going to have no team until the summer. It was very tough coming into the winter transfer period already, because I finished college in December. And then because I went on the trial in Asia, I missed that winter transfer period in Germany. So when I was back in Germany, that transfer period was closed already, so technically no club can sign players. The only reason I was now able to sign is that I was technically without club, because my college doesn't count as a club. So I got really lucky, only a few games left, but I'll take it, better than nothing. Just arrived. I'm obviously not going to tell you guys the details of the contract, but what I can say is that I'm on a monthly wage, and that I have various bonuses for winning games, scoring goals. And I'm going to try to show you guys the field. So finally, against all odds, I have actually signed a contract. This is our field. They're doing some maintenance on the grass, so I don't mind the sand. But it's a decent stadium, and I'm looking forward to play there. I'm here at the stadium. It's a fairly big stadium, really nice natural grass. And they have these stands here. My club's colors are blue. And it looks really nice. Looks like it's going to be perfect to play on now that the summer's coming. Alright, since I signed with the team now, I want to show you guys the gear that I got. First of all, we have this beautiful backpack. This is my team, FC Büderich, in the 5th division of Germany. That's their logo. I love the colors. It's like a very elegant blue. And yeah, this is the backpack. Typical football backpack, good size and perfect to go to training with. And then I have a whole chunk of other things. First of all, shorts to go to away games in if it's a warm day. From Adidas, we're sponsored by Adidas. Then we have a polo shirt, name on the back with the logo again. Then we have a hoodie in the team's colors without a logo. Then we have the same hoodie but with the logo and with the name on the back. Also just to go on away trips, arrive in matching gear. Then we have a blue, I would say, training, going out fitness hoodie. Then we have these black jogging pants, pretty soft material, and those are also for going on trips. I don't think they're meant to be used for training, but more for going to the games, going to practice and those. We have another pair of long pants from Adidas. All of our training gear as well as the game gear is always at the club. They keep it there, they wash it, so that means when we arrive to practice, it's all already hanging on our locker. For practice, for example, they will have a long pants, short pants, a shirt, undershirt, pull over if it's cold. They will already have it hanging on our locker when we arrive for practice, for every practice session. It's really professional. We have people at the club that do that for us that I'm very grateful for. And after every practice, we just put it in the bin. It gets washed. We have it for next practice again. We have it in our own locker where we have our name. The same with the game gear. We just have it for the game day. They wash it for us and give it to us for the next game. So that was everything that you get as gear as a 5th division player in Germany. I am packing my bag right now because today is game day. And I just got cleared this morning from the federation that I'm allowed to play. We're going to drive there with the team bus. It's the cup semi-final. And if we win that game, we're basically in the DFB Pokal, the professional cup, where in the first round, we would probably play against the 1st division Bundesliga team. It's insane to think that we're one game away from playing potentially against a club like Bayern Munich. And I'm just happy that I'm finally cleared. It was a big hassle that I had to text my club from the US to send a letter that I didn't play any games for them in the last 6 months. And we finally got it all sorted out. It's going to be a fight and it's probably raining, so it's going to be a real cup game. So, I was finally eligible to play just in time for one of the biggest games of the season. And they had these banners advertising the game at every corner of the city. We drove there with the team bus and were welcomed by our fans with loud singing and blue smoke bombs. The atmosphere was incredible. It was a game under the lights at night, and the fans on both sides were singing all game long. Even though I just signed, I already made the matchday squad. And here you can see me warm up in the second half. We had chance after chance, hit the post 4 times, but the ball just didn't want to go in. So the game ended 0-0 after regular time, and we went to extra time and then penalties. And unfortunately, we lost in penalties. We missed the chance to play against a team like Bayern or Dortmund from the 1st division, but we fought until the end, and our opponent was also a very good team. They had players that played 2nd division just a few months ago, so we can still be proud of ourselves. Just 4 days later, it's game day again. We're out of the cup, but now we can focus fully on our league games. I'm in the matchday squad again, and I'm cooking my pre-game meal. Making tortellini today, tortellini al brodo, which is a dish of just a broth with tortellini. My grandpa is actually Italian. I used to go to Italy every summer and we used to eat this. Our next game is against Ratingen, the team that I trained with for 3 weeks, and they're still sitting in 1st place. Now we have league game after league game to play, and I'll take you with me, analyze the games, and show you the highlights. And at this point, I still had no idea that I would score my first league goal soon. But I don't want to spoil it too much, so you guys will have to watch for yourselves. Alright, let's get straight into the game. My team is the blue team, and here my striker Glenn is just powering through. He actually plays for his national team, the Central Republic of Africa, so he's on international duty sometimes, and he scores a beautiful goal to give us the lead. Keep in mind, on paper we're the clear underdogs here, but we're a super young and talented team, so we're always good for a surprise. Then we have a corner, our winger Gio brings it in. He actually played in 4th division last season already for Greuther Fürth, and he gets it back and just goes 1v1, beats his man, and then scores the 2nd goal for us. Great individual goal, and you can see the talent that we have on this team. We like to isolate our wingers 1v1 because we have such quality on the wings, and every time we're able to do that, it gets dangerous. Then their number 10 tries to dribble through in the midfield, but our Japanese midfielder Taira gets the ball, does an amazing step over, carries the ball towards their 18, plays it to our winger, tries to go 1v1, gets the shot off, but it's not the ideal shot. Next scene, goalkeeper has the ball, looks for the long ball to our winger. It gets intercepted, but we get it back. Then we keep it nicely in the small space, are able to find a gap, get it to our striker, and he scores a goal with an ice-cold finish from outside the 18. But the opponent also had chances, like this free kick over here, which our keeper saves. Then they catch us on the counter and score a nice goal, top in. And then I want to show you guys this sequence to show you how fast this game was. We have a good chance, ball gets cleared, we get the ball back, and then we play it to a winger who goes 1v1 again, goes at his man, nice step over, goes down the line, brings the cross in, then the keeper catches it and right away he blasts the ball forward, perfect accurate pass to the striker. And this is what football is like in the top level lower leagues in Europe. It's aggressive, fast and actually hard to play in. That's why smaller technical players often struggle in these leagues. There's way more physical duels and it's a lot more a 1v1 game. And just a few seconds after our attack, they're in our 18 hitting the crossbar. Ratingen scored 2 more goals and tied the game 3-3, and then in the second half I got subbed in as a right winger. Didn't have much time to impact the game, but the end score was 3-3, and even though we needed a win, tying against the team sitting on top of the table is always a good result. Next game and I'm getting subbed in again, and this time I'm playing in the midfield as a number 8. An away game against a very physical opponent on a huge grass field, but the pitch was perfect. And like I did in the past, I'm going to analyze my decision making and tell you guys a bit of what's going through my head. Here I'm coming in to receive the throw and I want to get on the ball right away, and I've checked my shoulder twice already because I need to see where this opponent is so I know how much time I have to turn. I receive the ball and after my first touch I scan forward immediately because I need to know which space I need to play the ball into. I recognize this huge gap and 2 potential teammates to play the ball to. Then I drive away from pressure as fast as I can and play the ball into that space. The opponent defends really well, but we get another throw-in. Then the next scene, the ball goes in behind, we play it back to the keeper, and here I already know that I will probably receive the ball. So I already scan to see how far the opponent is from me and if I have time to turn or not. I make a picture in my head and also know what space I need to play it to. I actually receive the ball and I'm able to play it right into that space without even thinking. Here I drop back into that space on the right to start the build-up, and I recognize this big space in front of me that I drive into so I can take away some space and progress forward. We combine well on the right side, trying to find a way to break their line and get the ball into the 18. But to be honest, they defended really well and closed their lines. Then I get the ball, I'm trying to break through in the dribble because there's no other way, and I get fouled from behind for a free kick in a good position. Our captain takes the free kick, but it hits the wall and we get a corner. Difficult game for us, but we learned a lot. Next game, today we're playing against Meerbusch, one of the top teams in our league, and this is a must-win game for us if we want to stay out of the relegation zone. The way our season is going is very unusual. We won or tied every team in the top 5, but we also lost against basically every team in the bottom 5. So we definitely have the talent to be in the top 5, but we probably have a lack of experience and maturity. And they kick off the game with the PSG kickoff tactic. This game I played as a right winger again. So far I've played 8, left wing, right wing and 10. And here we recover the ball and I'm able to quickly switch it to the other side. Then I recognize a big gap here that I can make a run into. One of the biggest strengths in my game is recognizing space and making runs. I know exactly what space I need to be in to break lines, and I love to receive the ball and turn in these half spaces. I make a well-timed run and I think I should have gotten the ball here to break the line so I can turn and go at their defense, but we decide to play it safe and play it out to the wing. Here I get the ball on the right side, I try to dribble through 2 defenders and I get fouled. Then a similar scene as before, we recover the ball on the right side, I'm dribbling inside looking for a switch, and here I recognize this space that I'm looking to play into, but both my teammates are too close to me for my liking. Those passes would not make us gain any space, so I keep going and play it all the way out to the wing, and we recycle the ball and switch the side again. If you're playing at a good level, it's extremely important to stay patient, because any mistake and you run into a counter and concede a goal. Of course you need to take your chances, but you need to take calculated risks that are worth it. Here we're switching the side again. The opponent dropped back very deep and just defended because they were up 1-0, and we're trying to find ways to break their low block. I dribble inside again, switch the field again. We get the ball to a winger who goes 1v1. And he's able to break the line a bit and bring a cross in, but unfortunately they're able to clear it. Next attack, we're finally able to break the line a bit. Our left winger goes 1v1 again, brings the cross into our striker, he hits it, the keeper saves it, I'm on the far post and I'm able to slide in and score the goal for the 1-1 tie. and get my first league goal of the season. Not the prettiest, but a really important goal for us to get back into the game. They started to attack again and open up more, but we defended well and started to try to counter them. My Japanese midfielder Taira does an amazing job at winning the ball and then switching the play to the other side. Ball goes to our right back, he plays it to me, I wait for him to overlap me, and I play him the ball for him to bring a cross in, but the keeper is able to get his hands on it. I drop back into that space on the left to help in the build-up, and it's the 90th minute already, so we need to try to make something happen. I go for the overlap, but the pass is not played well, and we're bailed out by a free kick. Then the next scene, we're in their half again, battling. My teammate gets an elbow to his face, but the ball comes to me, I find the pass between the lines. We open up and then try to bring the cross in, but it's cleared again. And then, already in added time, I transition the ball forward again. I'm able to chip it to my winger. He goes at his man, beats two defenders. Is actually able to bring a cross in, but again, it's headed away. They try to go on the counter, so I need to bring out the slide tackle. And that was the last action of the game. We tied 1-1, which is a decent result against a good side, but we really needed that win to be safe. We have 2 league games left, and if we don't want to be relegated, we need to win both games. Fortuna Düsseldorf, a 2nd division team from our city, was relegated to 3rd division, which means their U23 is going to get automatically relegated into our league. So this year, 1 additional team gets relegated. We're very confident that we can win. For us, it's mostly a thing of concentrating, because we definitely have the talent for it. But those last 2 games are going to be incredibly intense. And we started really well. First minute of the game we get a cross in and get a header on the crossbar. We were going to win this game today, no matter what. But the opponent is not a bad team. They're able to get through somehow, the ball jumps around the 18 and they shock us with the 1-0 in the first half. Not well defended by us, and now we're chasing the game. They gained confidence through their goal and started pressing us really high. But we're a good enough team to deal with that pressure. We combine out of the pressure, are able to find the switch. Our right back is able to progress forward quite a bit. We get the ball to our striker. He dribbles around and gets the ball into the middle, where our midfielder Kais is able to score the 1-1. Super important that we scored right away to get the momentum back on our side. The opponent still tried to counter aggressively, but we defended well, played the Uno reverse and countered them, and our midfielder was able to find a great pass in behind in transition, and we scored a 2-1. And finally get the lead in this super important game. At this point our confidence was really high. Our goalkeeper plays this amazing long ball to our striker Glenn, our national team player, who goes at his man, goes 1v1 against their whole defense and scores for another goal for us. What a performance. And now we're just trying to get this lead over the time. I played as a right winger again this game, here with the number 18. The ball jumps around, then we play a ball in behind. And the goalkeeper goes towards it and makes a mistake. I'm the first one to realize it and sprint at it right away, and I'm almost able to get my touch around the defender to be 1v1 with the keeper. But the attack continues, and honestly, we're just trying to run time off the clock. That was the instruction by our manager. But our midfielder Kais is able to dribble through all the defenders. Ball gets to the midfield. He takes a shot, and then the ball somehow lands in front of my feet. I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. And here normally I would try to go 1v1 and get a shot with my left. But in the back of my head I just thought that I can't let a counter happen. So I was waiting to bring a cross in, which didn't work out and ultimately was the wrong decision. And this is why your mind is so important in football. If you get in your head too much, you're going to make the wrong decisions. Here the goal kick goes to my opponent and I'm able to defend really well, put my body between him and the ball, and win a throw-in for us. That was the last play of the game, and we win this game, well deserved. Extremely important win, and now we have one last game, one final to play for it all. The time has come, it is the final game of the season, and today's game will be a proper final. The way the table is looking, we need a win today to stay in the league. But the beautiful thing about it is that it's all in our hand. Because with a win, we're in 100%. The opponent kicks off the game, and again they use the PSG kickoff tactic. Then, still early in the first half, our goalkeeper plays an amazing ball to our striker, He holds it up with the chest, plays it out to the wing, and our winger Ollie goes to do what he does best, which is go at his man 1v1 with pace. He beats the man and scores a banger top in. The crowd goes crazy, and it's the crucial 1-0 lead for us. But it's still early in the game and we need to stay disciplined. Opponent gets into our box, and out of nowhere they get a penalty. This was just 1 minute after we scored the 1-0. And their striker converts for the 1-1 tie. Extremely frustrating for us. And because all the teams below us are winning, a 1-1 tie would mean we get relegated. So we start to attack them with everything that we have. Our winger Ollie on the left side goes 1v1 again, beats his man again, but the cross is deflected. And then I'm not sure what the right back is doing, but our winger gets the ball back, brings the cross in, and we score a header for the 2-1 lead. Unbelievably important mentally to have the lead back. But the other team can also play football. Just look how the center back finds his midfielder in the pocket here, breaking both lines, and then with one touch he plays it through to the wing. And we're fortunate that this doesn't lead to a chance. Then we catch them on the counter, ball goes to the wing again. We go 1v1 down the line, play it into the middle to find our center back scoring the 3-1. No idea what he's doing up there, but such an important goal. The rest of the game, all we did was try to keep the ball, and then finally the referee blows the whistle. We did our job, won the game, and stay in the league. I'm super happy for the club and especially for our fans in our city. Mission accomplished, contract signed, and I was able to get eligible and play the last 6 league games, help the club stay in the league, and even scored my first league goal here. So what's next? Well, that, my friends, is a story for the next video.